The Last Jedi. I remember being excited about the fact that each film was going to have a different director, and I always told people this was a good thing. It's how the original trilogy was done, and instead of one director doing the entire trilogy and saving the best stuff for the final movie and making the other ones a little bit bland because they're saving that for the last movie. No, instead each director would put his heart and soul into his one Star Wars movie that he was making. And just like the original trilogy, each film would have a different kind of aesthetic and a different editing style, just a different feel to it. I was very excited about this. I did have a couple of hesitations about Ryan Johnson, one being a Twitter comment I saw where someone asked if he moved Kylo Ren's scar, in which he confirmed that he did, and I thought, can you do that? You can't just move someone's scar. Honestly, I probably would have never noticed. And when the movie finally did come out, I thought Kylo Ren looked way better. Even his outfit was just better. A lot of the aesthetics of the film were just great. One of my favorite trailers ever released is the second teaser to The Force Awakens. But one of my other favorites is, to this day, the theatrical trailer for The Last Jedi. My best friend and I watched the trailer. I remember he said, "Oh, Kylo is not going to shoot Leia. He's not going to shoot his mother." They showed it in the trailer. They left that kind of like mystery. Is he going to do it? Is he not? And so my friend's like, "Oh no, I don't think he's going to do it." And then I predicted yes, but I bet one of those ties next to him will, and then it will really affect him. And we had some other wild theories too. We both thought Rey would turn to the dark side and Kylo would turn to the light, and he thought it would happen in this film. I said no, it'll happen at the end of 9, and then they'll make 3 more movies in which Rey will come back to the good side. Anyways, I was really excited about this film, and like The Force Awakens, I didn't go in with many expectations. I mean, I expected them to be good movies, but as far as story goes, I didn't have a clue what the films would even be about. Back when Revenge of the Sith came out, there were novelizations, soundtracks, heck, even the trailer gave away the whole movie. But I didn't have any expectations as far as story, which may be why I ended up really enjoying the film. I found that a lot of people who had expectations did not like The Last Jedi. But then went into The Rise of Skywalker with little to no expectations and enjoyed it. And those of us who liked The Last Jedi expected all the payoff in The Rise of Skywalker and felt a little disappointed. Now, I had the privilege of seeing The Last Jedi in theaters without being tainted by any reviews. I wanted no spoilers, so I stayed off the internet until I saw the film. And I remember wondering how they were going to follow up The Force Awakens, which had been a successful film, and I even thought, I bet Episode 8 will be a better film, but not do as well in the box office, mostly because the hype from Episode 7 was unlike anything I had ever seen up to that point, or have I seen since. I went into that film, and as soon as the lights dimmed and the movie began, I felt like I was a child again, watching Star Wars. I was a kid. I was a kid again. The whole way through, I was completely enthralled with what was going on. Everything looked amazing. The acting was incredible, and the best performance I'd ever seen from Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher as well. I felt like I knew what the characters were thinking, even when they didn't say anything. I was blown away, and this is honestly my thought while I was sitting in the theater. I know a lot of people will disagree with this statement, and whether or not it's true or you agree with it, this was my honest thought while sitting there watching the movie. This film has some of the best character development I have ever seen in a Star Wars movie. And I feel like I hadn't seen character development like this since the original films. Every character was pushed to their limits and came out a different person by the end of the movie. The twist, the turns, the 2 sons at the end, which felt like to me Luke was being reunited with his father. I saw that symbolically, since they were the 2 sons, S-O-N, of Tatooine. I didn't want Luke to die until the last film, but I had mixed feelings because I couldn't think of a more beautiful way for him to go than using the Force to selflessly sacrifice himself to save everyone he loves. There were even moments that felt like they weren't ignoring the prequels like The Force Awakens kind of felt like it did. There was an absolutely astonishing soundtrack by John Williams. And that, of course, that awesome shot of the hyperspace ramming, which is funny, I'd always wondered why no one had ever tried that. Although E.C. Henry has a great video that explains this better. And so, anyways, when I saw the movie, I was like, oh yeah, finally. and I know those who read the books and comics, they say it breaks lore, and I haven't read a lot of the books, so they are probably correct in that. I just watched the movies, and it seems to fit what Han Solo says about hyperspace travel. But anyways, I digress. It was pretty. It was a pretty shot. At the end of the film, I walked out of the movie theater in awe, thinking, this is probably how people felt leaving The Empire Strikes Back. I kid you not, those were my exact thoughts. I went home excited to see what other people were saying. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw that what people were saying on the internet. People were saying it was the worst Star Wars film they'd ever seen. It had no good character development. It ruined Star Wars. I was like, well, what film did they watch? Because it certainly wasn't the same film I watched. Was this like one of those A-B things? Like some people saw this version of the film and I saw this one. You know, but it was hard to see that reception, especially this film that I just adored and loved, and just thought was so deep. And honestly, for a short time, I did get into some of those arguments, and it was taking a toll on me. And I came to an understanding, and I'm absolutely 100% okay with people not liking The Last Jedi. If it didn't work for you, it didn't work for you. I'm done arguing, and sometimes people will try to argue with me, and I just say, look, I've heard all the arguments. I'm happy to discuss what you like about the Star Wars that you do like, and I will respect you for not liking The Last Jedi, but I don't want to argue about it. It's a waste of time. It does no good. I'm not going to change my mind. You are not going to change yours. And for a while, I was actually scared to watch the film again. After everything I heard, I was afraid I was going to watch the film and see all the criticisms. But eventually, I finally watched it again. And I still feel the same way I felt when I first watched the film. I still love it. It's my favorite film right behind Empire Strikes Back. But if it's not yours, that's awesome. It's wonderful, actually. That diversity is what makes this so fun. Different parts of Star Wars connect to people differently. It speaks to each one of us in our own way based on our own experiences. And that's what's amazing about Star Wars. You can be a true Star Wars fan and have been with the movies for 40 years. Or grew up with the prequels like I did. I was known as the Star Wars kid at school. I was a fanatic. I still am, obviously. Look at me. But I love it, and I'm proud of that fact. Or you could be joining it in the year 2023 and still be a true Star Wars fan. That's just the amazing thing about Star Wars. The one thing I would have changed in the movie is the way Luke throws his lightsaber. If he had thrown it to the side, if he had to throw his lightsaber, I would have had him drop it or throw it to the side, like we last saw him in Return of the Jedi, instead of just over his shoulder like that. That's my main complaint for the movie. That's something I would have changed, but overall, I really enjoyed the movie, and I do have to say, when Yoda showed up, oh, I loved that. That scene to me is perfect. One of my favorite scenes in all of Star Wars. And then, what a beautiful moment when Luke appears to Leia. One of my other favorite scenes. And they play the music, Luke and Leia, from, what we heard in Return of the Jedi. Oh, just a beautiful scene. But one thing is for sure, things changed after The Last Jedi. It used to always be fun to talk about Star Wars. If you met someone and they said they liked Star Wars, you would sit there and talk for hours about what you liked about Star Wars. Now, sometimes it feels like, I don't know, sometimes I'm afraid to talk to Star Wars about someone. Because now, for one, back then it was like, oh, you like Star Wars too. Everyone liked Star Wars to a degree, but it was like, oh, you're a Star Wars fan. Yes, we can talk about this. Now, everybody's a Star Wars fan. But everyone's also a critic, and which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes I'm afraid to talk about Star Wars because they'll bring up something they don't like, and I will say, well, I actually like that, and then will say, oh, really? Well, I think they ruined Star Wars because, and it's just tiring to talk about what we don't like. Anyone can be negative. I want to talk about what you love about Star Wars. Even if you don't like The Last Jedi, let's talk about Return of the Jedi or Revenge of the Sith. Let's talk about something you do like. And I will say this. Before this time, a lot of people did not really speak highly of the prequels in public. You would meet someone and you needed to talk about the original trilogy. The prequels are not well received. But about this time, I remember joining Twitter and being surprised that there were so many people who liked the prequels better than the original trilogy even. I couldn't comprehend it. don't get me wrong, I love the prequels. But I grew up with older siblings who were children when the originals came out, and they were disappointed by the prequels. And some of them will tell you to this day that they like the sequels way better than the prequels because they have the original cast and the dialogue and just essence of the films feel more like the originals. So when I saw so many people praising the prequels as the best, it caught me a little off guard. But then I began to realize these were people like me who were kids when the prequels came out, and now they're growing up and having a voice on social media. So, once I got over this initial shock of being able to talk about the prequels, I loved all the memes and the praise that was coming out about those films. It was like both the prequels and Sam Raimi's Spider-Man movies were making a comeback. These are movies that I loved as a kid. So, there is a good and bad that came from this time period. People were accepting of the prequels, but people also wanted to argue and get mad. Now, don't misunderstand. Criticism is fine, and you don't have to like the film. But I think Sam Witwer said it best, and he's someone that, if you don't know Sam Witwer, he does the voice of Darth Maul in the Clone Wars. He was Starkiller in the video game The Force Unleashed. He even did the voice of Darth Maul in Solo. And anyways, so he's been involved with Star Wars for many years now, and I think he's done some other voices too in the animated series. But and he's someone that didn't love The Last Jedi. He said it didn't work for him, but he did say, "I don't care if you like The Last Jedi or not, but the moment you start attacking someone else for liking it or not liking it, that's the moment you stop being a Star Wars fan." In other words, you can hate or love the film all you want, just don't bully someone else for hating it or loving it. And that's my philosophy. It's the irony of that infamous line Rose says. And maybe it doesn't make sense in the context of the film, but it certainly makes sense in the context of our current society and our Star Wars fandom. Let's stop fighting what we hate and start protecting what we love. So, and I'm not here to talk about what I hate. I'm here to talk about what I love. I know that won't get me as many views. I'm not going to get nearly as many subscribers that way, but I want us to have a positive experience. And by the way, I am one of those who loved both The Last Jedi and Luke's awesome, Force power, killing all those droids, whatnot, at the end of season 2 of The Mandalorian. Loved it. I both of them. Yeah, there was a little bit of an argument going on for a while that you couldn't like both. I'm like, wait, what? Why can't I like both? I thought they were both amazing. So, let me tell you this: the few times I have found a comment section on the internet that has nothing but praise for The Last Jedi, I have felt like I'm home. I have found my people. So, also sidetrack, Snoke, in my opinion, was way more interesting in this film than in The Force Awakens. I didn't really care for him too much in the first film. Yes, I wanted to know more about him in Episode 7, but Episode 8, he was just a lot cooler. But again, that's just my opinion, and as a reminder, this whole essay is my opinion. I'm okay with that. I hope you are too. I would love to hear what your favorite aspects of this movie was, even if you hated it. You probably enjoyed John Williams' soundtrack. There's something in there you liked. Let me know in the comments what you liked about The Last Jedi. You can even tell me where it fits in your list of favorite Star Wars movies. If it's at the bottom, tell me what you like about your favorite Star Wars film. And may the Force be with you.